Hello viewers, in this video, I am going to cover data types. Let's begin. In the first program, I am going to cover Boolean data type. I have created variable bt of type Boolean to store true, and variable bf to store false. We can use bool alpha to show the Boolean in alphabets, and no bool alpha to show Boolean without alphabets. In the next program, I am going to cover character data type. I have created variable a of type character to store alphabet, variable n to store number or ASCII, variable es to store escape sequence, and variable s to store symbol, and displaying the values using cout function. In the next program, I am going to cover character functions. Character functions are available in CC type header file. Under character testing functions, we can check whether character is alphanumeric or not using is alnum function, alphabetic or not using is alpha function, blank or not using is blank function, control code character or not using is cntrl function, digit or not using is digit function, printable character except space or not using is graph function, lowercase letter or not using is lower function, printable character including space or not using is print function, punctuation, symbol or not using is punct function, space, form feed, tab, enter or not using is space function, uppercase letter or not using is upper function, hexadecimal number or not using is x-digit function. Under character manipulation function, we can convert character to lowercase using to lower function, convert character to uppercase using to upper function. In the next program, I am going to cover escape sequences. First escape sequence is new line character or /n, which moves the cursor to next line. Next escape sequence is return carriage or /r, which removes entire line. Next escape sequence is backspace or /b, which removes one character or inserts one backspace. Next escape sequence is form feed or /f, which inserts page break. Next escape sequence is horizontal tab or /t, which inserts horizontal tab. Next escape sequence is vertical tab or /v, which inserts vertical tab. Next escape sequence is alert or /a, which gives alert sound in computer. Next escape sequence is special characters, that is /?, /double quote, /single quote, // etc. In the next program, I am going to cover signed integer data types. I have defined variable of types, signed char, short or short integer, integer, long or long integer, long or long integer, and displaying the values using cout function. In the next program, I am going to cover unsigned integer data types. I have defined variable of types, unsigned char, unsigned short or unsigned short integer, unsigned integer, unsigned long or unsigned long integer, unsigned long or unsigned long integer, and displaying the values using cout function. In the next program, I am going to cover integer literals. Decimal or integer or base 10 literals contain 0 to 9 numbers. Octal or base 8 literals start with 0. Hex or base 16 literal begins with 0 small x, or 0 capital X. Binary or base 2 literal begins with 0 small b, or 0 capital B. Unsigned integer literal ends with small u or capital U. Long integer literal ends with small l or capital L. Unsigned long integer literal ends with small ul or capital UL. Long integer literal ends with small ll or capital LL. Unsigned long integer ends with small ull or capital ULL. In the next program, I am going to cover floating point data types. I have defined variables of type float, double, and long double, and displaying the values using cout function. In the next program, I am going to cover important mathematical and trigonometry functions. Mathematical and trigonometry functions are available in CMath header file. I have created variables of type double and assigned values. Under mathematical functions, we can get largest integer less than value using floor function, smallest integer greater than value using ceil function, absolute value using fabs function, natural logarithm to the base e using log function, logarithm to base 10 using log10 function, exponential, or e to the power x using exp function, square root of value using sqrt function, power, or x to the power y using pal function. Under trigonometry function, we can get sine of value using sin function, cosine of value using cos function, tangent of value using tan function. Under inverse trigonometry function, we can get sine inverse of value using a sin function, cosine inverse of value using a cos function, tangent inverse of value using a tan function. Under hyperbolic function, we can get hyperbolic sine of value using sin h function, hyperbolic cosine of value using cos h function, hyperbolic tangent of value using tan h function. In the next program, I am going to cover data type limits. For integer data type, limits are stored in climits header file. For floating point data type, limits and decimal precision is stored in float header file. For character, we can get limit from char min and char max. For unsigned character, we can get limit from uchar max. For short, we can get limit from shrt min and shrt max. For unsigned short, we can get limit from ushrt max. For integer, we can get limit from int min and int max. For unsigned integer, we can get limit from uint max. For long, we can get limit from long min and long max. For unsigned long, we can get limit from u long max. For long, we can get limit from l long min and l long max. For unsigned long, we can get limit from ul long max. For float, we can get limit from flt min and flt max. For double, we can get limit from dbl min and dbl max. For long double, which is not supported by few compilers, we can get limit from ldbl min and ldbl max. For float, we can get decimal precision from flt dig. For double, we can get decimal precision from dbl dig. For long double, which is not supported by few compilers, we can get limit from ldbl dig. In the next program, I am going to cover enumeration. I have created enumeration for day for Monday to Sunday and assigned value as 1 for Monday. I created variable today for enumeration day and assigned value as Wednesday. I am printing tomorrow by adding 1 to today, which is 4 or Thursday. In the next program, I am going to cover auto type variable. Auto keyword makes C++ to infer type based on value initially assigned. I have created auto variable of type integer I, floating point f and character C, and displaying the value using cout function. We need to use std equal to C++11 while compiling, because auto specifier is present since C++11 version. In the next program, I am going to cover typedef function. Using typedef function, we can define our custom data types. I have created custom data type called myInt from integer data type. Declared and assigned value to variable using variable type as myInt, and printing the value of variable. In the next program, I am going to cover explicit typecasting. Using typecasting, we can convert value from one data type to another data type. I have defined variable of type float. Using typecasting, I am converting float to integer and printing the value of integer on terminal. In the next program, I am going to cover implicit typecasting. I have defined variable of type float. Without explicitly typecasting, I am converting float to integer and printing the value of integer on terminal. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you are preparing for interview, you can buy eBook on C++ program interview questions from the Amazon link given in the description below. Please like this video, click on subscribe button and hit the bell icon, so that you won't miss any video updates. Thanks for watching this video.